The Invisible Man is directed by Lee Winnell and stars Elizabeth Moss. This review will be shorter than usual as I'm sick. Anyways, let's just get right into this review. I love this movie. It takes its premise and elevates it to another level. This movie's fun and entertaining main character that you care about all throughout this movie just adds so much, nuance, or not nuance, just fun to the movie. I don't know why I said nuance. Just everything like about the main character, like you see what she's been through, and she's very likable as as a main character should be, but she also has like that depth to her character that it makes the movie like more watchable, and you have a main character that you care about, and this movie accomplished that. This movie is also like horror is like so well crafted. Shots linger and the camera movements are constantly adding suspense. Sometimes the camera will like move to something but there's nothing there, and then it moves back to our main character and you're like, what is going on? And that just the way it's all crafted and everything, the editing and the way they just handled that, just the editing of like the shots and the way like the camera movements are, and it's just so well done. And this movie elevates its rather simple premise by adding a lot more depth to it, and I'll let you guys figure out what I'm talking about as as you watch the movie. But just it elevates the premise with like a lot more depth added to it. It also sidesteps a lot of average horror movie cliches. If you're expecting a jump scare, it won't happen. Jump scares happen like at the moments you don't expect them, and they're actually scary. And that's like how you actually do jump scares. You don't because in lots of bad horror movies you usually see the jump scares coming from like a mile away, and the exact part you will see it coming. So this movie didn't do that, and that was one thing I was not really worried about, seeing by like the director and how he's done horror before. So yeah, I just I'm happy they didn't do that with this movie. This movie's also very intense. It's very suspenseful, and it's like you're constantly watching the screen and you're constantly waiting for things to happen, and that just adds a lot of momentum and suspense to just everything that's going on. The soundtrack is also great as well. I like the soundtrack. Let me get into some issues. Really my only issue: some of the side characters can use more development. The good thing though is most of the movie is focused on our main character, so it's not too distracting. But like in Upgrade, which is directed by Lee Winnell, I had the same exact issue. A lot of the side characters weren't that developed. Some of them were, but some of them weren't, which really could have made the movie even better. And that was one thing that definitely bothered me about this movie. But most of the time it's really Elizabeth Moss on screen, and she gives such a great performance, and everybody gives a great performance in this movie. And I really enjoyed watching this movie. Just by the way everything was crafted and everything. And the one issue I had with this movie, if that was fixed, this could have been I don't know, A+ level, or at least an A, just really one, not the best of all time, just it could have been one of those movies where if you're talking about favorite horror movies, it could be mentioned. If somebody said name some of your favorite horror movies, if they handled that, then it could have been up there. Anyways, I had a great time watching this movie. Lee Winnell did a great job crafting this movie from its rather simple premise and elevated it, which made this movie a blast to watch, and I'll give The Invisible Man an A-. I've been very behind on videos lately, so I'll try to make up for that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.